You know what? X is an adorable name, and perhaps a grown woman who named herself Whoopi should refrain from mocking a 4-year-old for the name his parents gave him.
I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize. I was very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying.
And it's not good for anyone. And it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever.
People got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger because people feel very different.
Whoopi Goldberg just had a full-on meltdown right in the middle of a high-profile courtroom trial. And this time, there might be no way out for her. For years, she's taken jabs at Elon Musk's personal life, never expecting him to fire back, with actual evidence. But guess what? Elon didn't just respond. He came armed with fresh receipts, legal action, and a brand new lawsuit that's got Whoopi sweating in the hot seat. Reports are saying she was even caught crying in court. And honestly, she brought this on herself. Let's rewind a bit because Whoopi didn't just randomly land in Elon's crosshairs. She earned that spot by making jokes about his 4-year-old son. That alone is bad enough, but considering Elon has already lost a child to what he calls the woke mind virus, it's no surprise he decided to take Goldberg to task.
Yesterday, Elon Musk took his son X to a press conference. I did not name the child. And I don't want to hear any more mess about our names, okay?
Recently, Whoopi completely overstepped, diving into Elon Musk's personal life like never before. She went all in, bringing up his kids, his girlfriends, and even questioning his mental health on live television. Now, love him or hate him, you have to admit, when has Elon ever just sat back and ignored attacks like that? This man thrives on a public feud. So, as expected, he fired back. But this wasn't just some quick Twitter clapback. Elon hit her with a massive $900 million lawsuit and started dropping receipts, exposing things Whoopi definitely didn't want the world to know. And let's just say, she's probably wishing she had kept his name out of her mouth.
If somebody's gonna try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself.
Offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care.
Elon Musk just pulled back the curtain on Whoopi Goldberg's secret business dealings, and the revelations aren't doing her any favors. According to court documents, Whoopi allegedly had undisclosed ties with media companies that have been driving anti-Musk narratives for months. Here's why this is a major scandal. Whoopi has spent months criticizing Elon for his business moves, yet behind the scenes, she was reportedly working with the very organizations attempting to undermine him. And the fact that she never disclosed any of this while publicly attacking him makes things even worse. But Elon didn't stop there. During a recent court appearance, he made sure everyone saw exactly what was going on. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, he dropped another bombshell. Reports suggest that Whoopi has been receiving undisclosed payments from political and media organizations actively working to damage Elon's reputation. These secret transactions, which were never meant to see the light of day, are now a key part of the legal case against Whoopi. But that's just the beginning. Elon's legal team also exposed Whoopi's behind-the-scenes role in pushing anti-Musk narratives on major television networks. Reports suggest she actively lobbied producers to portray Musk as a threat, questioning his mental stability and painting him as dangerous. And here's the kicker. She allegedly did all this while maintaining financial ties with groups that directly benefit from damaging his reputation.
I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too.
Yeah.
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here.
This is where things go from bad to outright disastrous. This isn't just political back and forth. Whoopi is now facing serious financial trouble. Turns out, Elon's receipts weren't just for show. These documents are now official legal evidence, and Whoopi is learning the hard way what happens when you go after a billionaire with the resources to strike back. She really thought she could say whatever she wanted about Elon without facing consequences. But now, word on the street is that she's been slapped with a massive $900 million lawsuit over her defamatory comments, especially the ones targeting his mental health and personal life. And from the looks of it, this lawsuit didn't just catch her off guard, it completely shook her to the core. Multiple insiders report that Whoopi was officially served with legal papers And when she fully grasped the gravity of the situation, she reportedly broke down in tears right there in the courtroom. And let's be clear, this isn't some minor case. The financial damages alone are massive. We're talking about sky-high legal fees, potential settlements, millions of dollars at stake. But honestly, that might not even be the worst part. Because if Elon wins this case, Whoopi could be facing something even more humiliating, getting banned from her own show.
This was my thought process, and I will work hard not to think that way again.
If the court rules in Elon's favor, Whoopi could be looking at a massive financial blow, having to pay out a significant sum in damages. And let's be honest, billionaires don't just sue for the money, they sue to make a statement. Now, imagine how humiliating it would be if Whoopi had to go on live television and publicly apologize to Musk. That would be a complete disaster for her image. And knowing Elon, he wouldn't accept some half-hearted, carefully worded PR statement. He'd want a full-blown, undeniable admission of wrongdoing. But here's the real problem. If Whoopi loses this case, her credibility will be in shambles. People won't take her seriously anymore, especially when it comes to her outspoken opinions. And then there's the biggest fallout of all, the court of public opinion. Once your reputation is ruined, it's almost impossible to recover. Think about it. Who's going to want to work with Whoopi if she just lost a high-profile lawsuit? For spreading false accusations? The damage to her career could be permanent. Would you trust her after that? The entertainment industry thrives on credibility. And if Whoopi is found guilty of defamation, the consequences go far beyond just financial loss. It's about losing trust, something far more valuable in Hollywood. TV networks, sponsors, and producers won't want to be associated with someone who has been legally proven to have spread false information. And let's be real, Elon isn't the type to just let something like this slide. If you think he'll forgive and forget, think again.
This is not something I'd recommend, frankly. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but it is, and I'm just looking at this video and it's so bizarre.
So how is the general public reacting to all this? Well, let's just say Whoopi isn't getting much sympathy. Social media is flooded with reactions, and the majority of people are not on her side. Fans are calling her out for picking a fight. She couldn't win and failing to think through the consequences. And honestly, the comments have been ruthless. One user bluntly stated, "She's getting exactly what she deserves." Another wrote, "Whoopi's biggest problem is her mouth. Maybe this will finally cost her spot on The View." But it's not just everyday social media users weighing in. Major media personalities and influencers are chiming in too. Some are even applauding Elon, saying he's doing the right thing by holding Whoopi accountable.
You take aim at a 4-year-old? I mean, look, I get that he's operating at your reading level, but come on. At least have the decency to go after someone who's reached puberty.
Whoopi clearly underestimated Elon. She probably thought she could take a few shots at him and just move on like nothing ever happened. But instead, she's now facing a lawsuit that has the potential to destroy her career. And the worst part, this might not even be the end of it.
Everybody loses, and it's not good for anyone. And it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for...
So what's next for Whoopi? And can she actually bounce back from this? Well, here's what we know so far. Her legal team is in a seriously tough spot. Sources say Whoopi's lawyers are scrambling to come up with a solid defense strategy because they know this case could turn ugly fast. At this point, Whoopi is reportedly desperate to settle things before they spiral even further out of control. She's already feeling the heat from ABC News. Big corporations don't like being caught up in controversy, and having Whoopi's name tied to a legal battle with Elon Musk is the kind of bad press they want to avoid. In fact, some reports are even suggesting that ABC is considering cutting ties with her altogether. Meanwhile, Elon might not be done yet. And let's be real. He's not the type to just let things slide. Some insiders claim that Elon is gearing up to drop yet another bombshell, one that could completely shatter Whoopi's public image. And knowing him, it's bound to be massive. So, can Whoopi somehow find a way out of this mess? Or is this just the beginning of the end for her career? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates.